Hello, friends and adventurers. Welcome back to Golden Gate 2. So we're in the city of... Actually, I have no idea what the city is called. Well, this port, actually. I'm assuming it's the port city of Samoa, for lack of a better description. So one thing I realized we can do, we can visit the beachheads. We can visit the beaches. To not confuse it with another term, and find some cool loot. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna visit the beaches just for a few minutes, then we're gonna come back here and start doing exploration in the city. So let's go. Now this is an interesting area. There's a bunch of these little assholes, and one of these guys actually aggroed us. Biters, huh? Technically, biters shouldn't be that difficult. Can we climb up here? Because we can just do this. I know, it's cheesy. It's cheesy as fuck. But hey, he wanted to chase me. I just wanted to explore this shipwreck. And it's not like we have any other tools available. That's the thing. We only have a few arrows left. And other than that, we only have some very low level spells. I actually do want to do magic, since it seems we do have a magic regeneration skill. That's going to be pretty cool, because magic is fun, usually, in these sorts of games. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Let's turn on the locator. An open shell. Because I really want to see... I see a bunch of stuff over there. Is that a leather pouch or anything? Because I have found a belt and a ring so far. So it was actually pretty... it's a casket. That's not bad. So we have so far a belt of power, which increases our strength, and a sailor's ring, which gives us a bit of dexterity and weapon protection. That means we can actually start using some better... rough short sword. Has a lower range, but does almost double the damage of our current weapon. Okay, this works. Might actually choose two-handed weapons as well, as an alternative. So let's see, what do we have over here? Orange shell, cool. Open shell, nice. There's this mysterious tower over here as well. We want to avoid... oh shit, is that a troll? Is that the Trent that I see? Yeah, we should be doing... it's an ash beast. Oh! It reminds me of Risen. It does look like... where are we on the map exactly? Okay, so we're on this little evil island. Gotcha. There's also this mountain area up ahead. Also have to visit the beaches in the south. I'm actually curious, can we... we did pick up a few speed potions. So, technically nothing is actually stopping us from simply roaming around the island, picking up certain powerful items, summoning the skeleton. Is he stuck? Yeah, he's stuck. Because that way we can find some cool stuff. Statue of Hatiret. Interesting. Do we get anything from praying to her? Recharging... can we learn? What can we learn? Are you kidding me? Oh, that's interesting. So the statue actually acts like a teacher. Ah. Does she also teach levels in magic? Wonder what's in this tower over here. Undead? What's over there? Those are trolls, aren't they? I mean, we're probably not supposed to be here. Definitely not supposed to be here at our level. But hey, we're Gothic players. We get where we are by breaking the rules. Dark ogres. How can we get over here? Let's quickly do uh-oh. They're actually pretty fast. Wanna see if we can find anything interesting up here. Ooh, that's a very powerful and fast skeleton. Okay, okay, that was a bad idea. So I'm actually curious. Yeah, let's go back to the city. Let's go back to the city. Because the city is a bit high level for us, so let's go. Okay, so before we get into the city, I realized, so it's an interesting new mechanic. The caskets we found, golden casket inside which a lot of coins clink. To open it, I need a lockpick. Well, we do have one lockpick, and that's an interesting mechanic because I always wanted to open these caskets to see what's inside of them. So, show me how to gut animals. Okay, so we're gonna need to learn how to get the bloodfly stings, bloodfly wings, and what's we also need claws. Shit, I don't have enough money. Scanning reptiles, mole rat tallow, mandibles. Let's see what we can sell. Let's there was a merchant somewhere around here. Boney, I think it was. No. Winston? Winston, show me your wares. What do we have? Fine longsword. It's a good weapon. We're not gonna be able to use anytime soon. Rough hatchet, lumberjack axe. Gonna sell the rough hatchet. Gonna sell pretty much everything. Strength requires 10. It's 14 damage. It's not that amazing. Dagger is dexterity. Lame short bow. It's such a funny description. I don't know why it's amusing me so much. Okay, so now we can learn all the stuff. Where did Vincent go to? Perfect. So teach me how to rip out claws. Man, skinning reptiles is so expensive. Wow. Can I learn mandibles as well? No. Mole rat fat? Nah, don't have enough gold. How much do we have? 62. That's it's very little. Fortunately, we can fast travel to the city, so I really love this mechanic. So it's what? To the Eastern Town Gate? Oh, it's instant. It doesn't even pass the time. That's interesting. Okay, so let's start having a chat with the people. I mean, the bonuses we got are minor, but hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Hej, ty!
So, Town Guard. How's the duty?
Jak służba?
Żołd mógłby być trochę wyższy, pracy mniej, a ludzie w mieście zdecydowanie mniej wścibscy.
Co słychać?
Nie masz nic lepszego do roboty, co? Znajdź sobie jakąś pracę i nie zawracaj mi głowy.
Okay. Let's find some more. Ooh, this is the warehouse. Can I sneak into the warehouse? I don't see anybody around. But I don't see anything we can actually interact with. I do see a leather satchel over there. I hope I can take that. Maybe some bread as well. No? Oh, that's unfortunate. Anything else we can loot in this area? There is a leather satchel over here. Couple of bread pieces, not bad. Something in the corner. No, it's outside. Okay. Yeah, I want to chat with. Ooh, these are open. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna grab anything I need. Okay. The gold is the most important resource right now. We don't really need healing items or things like that. Despite the fact that we start at a higher level, we do have issues with whatchamacallit. Can I climb up here? Nice. We do have issues with money right now. So money is our biggest issue right now, just like in real life. This is why I love Gothic. It perfectly reflects real life. Blacksmith workshop from father to son. Okay, let's see if we can get some easy quests. So what do we have? Is nobody gonna accost us for being inside this house? Because so far that's the most unrealistic thing I find about this game. What's in this book stand? The advantages of Finery Forge, commonly known as a bloomery, are countless, though one truth suffices. This revolutionary invention by an anonymous blacksmith from the distant frozen Normar has spread widely since master smiths recognized its potential. By delivering air directly into the hearth where steel is smelted, helping burn away impurities, one can obtain a material far more durable than that produced in traditional bloomeries. Okay, well, this is interesting. This is actually good information. Although this bloomery will save you a lot of work, it's important to remember that selecting the right ingredients in the proper proportions is the most crucial part of the process. In this sense, blacksmithing is not different from alchemy, where a small mistake can turn a remedy into a poison. As the saying goes, a prudent blacksmith would rather jag a new blade than sell a sword without being sure of its quality. So don't hesitate to test your products. At least you won't poison yourself, something that can be said for alchemists. That's fair and accurate. Okay. So where's the bloomery? Aha. Wolf. Hello, Mr. Wolf. Okay. So have a chat with Wolf. How's the business?
Jak idzie interes? Masz dużo pracy?
O chłopcze, pytasz jakbyś nie wiedział. Na wyspie takiej jak Samoa każdy rzemieślnik jest na wagę złota. Przez te cholerne skały i prądy morskie dostarczanie wyrobów spoza wyspy jest mocno utrudnione. Dlatego tak ważne jest, żeby na miejscu był ktoś, kto potrafi wytwarzać i naprawiać sprzęt. Zajmuję się tym całe życie i jeszcze nigdy nie narzekałem na brak zleceń.
Dlaczego masz tutaj taki bałagan?
Nie zadawaj głupich pytań. Gdybyś znał się na kowalstwie, wiedziałbyś, że wszystko może się przydać. Część tego zbioru należała jeszcze do mojego ojca.
On też był kowalem?
Oczywiście, tak jak wcześniej jego ojciec. Niestety, ja nie mam syna i nikomu tego nie przekażę.
Jak tam zamówienia? Same narzędzia? Czy jakąś broń też ostatnio wykułeś?
Tak jak zawsze. Sierpy, młoty, kosy. Przecież wiesz, że rzadko kiedy wyrabiam broń. A poza tym zwykłym sierpem przecież też idzie zabić.
Czyli nic.
A tego to nie powiedziałem. Coś tam się znajdzie, ale nie nastawiaj się na szeroki wybór.
Okay, show me your wares.
Pokaż jakie
Przyjrzyj się.
Okay, so he has some basic weapons. Cool. Doesn't seem to teach us anything about blacksmithing. Okay, so let's, Caleb. Hello, Mr. Caleb. Let's do, back save. Yeah, I don't know how to type anymore. Caleb doesn't have anything to tell us. Good to know. Are you two having a meeting over there? Anything beyond this fence? Nope. Okay. Oh, this is just a warehouse, isn't it? Hey, Salvi. Oh, were you taking a break? That's why we got so lucky? Actually makes sense. You wonder if there's a satchel on the edge here. The warehouse edge. Okay, so we explored the smith. Caleb doesn't have anything to tell us. We're just gonna go into a random house. See what we can get. Hello, madam. Don't mind me, I'm just an asshole thief. Helping myself to whatever you have. I see something over there. Goodbye, madam. Gloria. Oh, she actually has a name. Hello,
Hej,
Gloria.
ty!
How's it going?
Co słychać?
Próbowałeś kiedyś doprać mundur strażnika? Cholerstwo za nic nie chce puścić.
Jakoś nie było okazji.
Ha! I nic nie tracisz. Co tydzień robię co mogę, żeby mój Salvi w pracy wyglądał jak należy.
Nie musisz się tym aż tak przejmować. Jeśli zdarzy się jakaś plama krwi, tylko zwiększy jego autorytet.
Tak mówisz? Może.
Anything
Co
else?
słychać?
Próbowałeś kiedyś
Okay, same dialogue. Cool. Nice small village. Not really impressive. Townswoman. I'm gonna assume if I go inside, she's gonna... I wonder if the reaction to entering property is bugged. Because so far nobody has raised any alarms. Nobody has raised any issues. I mean, I'm a stranger going to your house, man. Blatantly stealing your stuff. Where's the reaction? Where's the reaction? Oh my god. And these two chests were unlocked. Well, thank you for the stuff, but... we are playing, I think, this is 1.01 version. They did release a patch, fixing some stuff. I mean, it's a new release, so if you wanna delay playing it until they iron out all the bugs, go for it. But so far I felt that... the moment I saw the trailer, it really gave me Chronicles of Bertana vibes. And I had to test it out, I had to try it out. See what all the fuss is about. You know what I mean? And like any good gothic mod, it's free, so you don't really lose anything by just playing it. Got a bottle over there. Okay, so this place is actually pretty small. People don't really seem to have any issues with us going to their houses. So that's a minus point for me. Hello, Mr. Melas. How do you do?
Jak tam owce? Zdrowe?
Oczywiście! Spójrz tylko na nie. Jedzą trawkę, grzeją się w słoneczku. Wyglądają na takie szczęśliwe.
Jak tam owce?
Anything
Zdrowe?
else?
Oczywiście!
I do appreciate that it has a realistic approach to how a medieval city would look like. Only the craftsmen and important people have houses, everybody else is pretty much left to fend for themselves. So I think these would be the equivalent of freemen or villains if we're going by British naming conventions for social status. Yeah, nobody has a problem with me taking their stuff. Madam? Yeah, it's really weird. Hi, Felicia. It's really freaking weird. I
Hey.
wonder why. How's it going?
Co słychać?
Wszystko w porządku. Dziękuję. Mam wszystko, czego mi trzeba. Dziękuję Adanosowi za to, że się mną tak opiekuje.
Okay. So people really don't have anything else to tell us in this area. Okay, what's over here? That's the house we just explored. Okay. So we need I'm gonna start with the outer houses. Agnes. Hello, Agnes. Doesn't have anything else to tell us. Demand for payment. Ramiro. Everything okay?
Wszystko w porządku?
Co? Nie, źle się czuję. Bogowie, moja głowa.
No cóż, nie pozostaje mi nic innego, jak życzyć ci zdrowia. Wszystko w porządku.
Co?
Somebody had a bit too much to drink last night, didn't they? So demand for payment. Yeah, this guy looks like he's in a lot of debt. I won't wait any longer. I must have too kind a heart, for I twice gave you in your pleas to delay the payment, while you, it seems, never intended to repay the debt at all. I can't let this drag on for yet another month, or I might never see a single denarii. You have time until the end of the week. If I don't at least receive part of what you owe me by then, I'll have no choice but to bring the matter to the proper authorities. Perhaps that will motivate you to try a little harder, Remo. Okay. You owe money to Remo. Does Agnes have anything to say about that? Doesn't seem like it. Checked out this house? Yes, we did. Okay, let me save the game. Give me a second. Okay, so we got Veterans Memoir Part 1. 6 Years Military Memoir. Memoirs of the Xandar Uprising. Gives us some experience bonus. I still remember my first campaign, when the town was shaken by news of a rebellion stirred by Lord Calder. of Xandar, Cadler, sorry. We were just green boys then, heads full of tales of glory, and not one of us thought only 1 in 10 would make it back. We didn't care who threw the first punch or why. What mattered was that we were finally leaving those stinking barracks, seeing the world, grabbing some loot and covering ourselves in glory. The men of Xandar welcomed us at the edge of the land. We hadn't even unloaded the ships when we heard war drums, pounding from the nearby woods. Then came a hail of arrows, and then the charge. A wild charge of what looked like unarmed peasants, in torn leathers, brandishing crude spears. But they fought like devils, screamed like devils too, refusing to die no matter the wounds we gave them. Luckily, there weren't enough to win. But of us, fresh-faced boys thrown in as the vanguard, by the time reinforcements arrived, there was hardly anything left to pick up. Interesting. Good world building. Good stuff. Okay, so townsman, we check this building. Okay. We checked over here as well. What's going on here? Brushing the floors, madam. Hi, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, this place is actually pretty small. Not a lot of houses and huts, judging by the looks of things. Remo, this has to be the money lender, right? So if I try to help myself to anything over here... Finally, they're actually reacting. Okay. I was actually worried the property thingy would be bugged. But the fact that they're reacting is good. Okay. Okay, good. Any secret areas, any secret buttons anywhere? Okay, Alisa, how's it going?
Co słychać?
Czego chcesz? Nie mam czasu na plotki. Jeśli masz do załatwienia jakieś interesy, idź do mojego ojca.
Okay, go to my father. Remo, how's it going?
Co słychać?
Czego chcesz? Czy widzisz, abym miał ochotę na rozmowę z kimś takim jak ty?
Kimś takim jak ja.
Dobrze słyszałeś. Nie mogę marnować czasu na każdego mieszkańca wyspy, bo ten akurat ma ochotę sobie pogadać. Jestem poważnym człowiekiem i poświęcam się jedynie poważnym sprawom.
Okay, Mr. Moneylender. Fine. Okay, so let's check. Check that house. This was the warehouse. Ooh, he has a basement.
Nie znam się na
We
otwieraniu
need to
zamków.
learn how to pick some locks badly. I also need lockpicks. I'm actually curious if we're gonna get another open lock spell. Is anything else over here? Nope. So all that's left are the huts down here in the harbor. Okay. So this place was smaller than I suspected.
Chwila.
Hello, Ugo. Fila. Anybody sit
Hej,
here?
ty!
Can you teach me anything?
Możesz mnie trenować w walce mieczem?
Jako doświadczony żołnierz mogę ci pokazać kilka sztuczek.
Zacznijmy
Let's start
trening.
training. So 100 and 200 weapons, yeah. Costs a lot of money, and I do not have the money. Also, let's talk for a second about the main character, Morris. Does anybody know, does he make an appearance in Golden Gate 1? Like, is he an important character or a side character, or is this just a newly crafted character specific for this adventure? I also saw a meat bag. Thank you. Had to do it. Had to clean the area. Okay. And how much gold do you want to bet that if I check the back of this house, we're gonna find something good here? Yep. I knew it. At this point, I think exactly like a Gothic level designer. Kinda makes sense where they would put the goodies, right? Oratio. Well, since you might get upset if I loot your stuff, we definitely need somebody who can buy our whatchamacallit. So, Moan Herbarium, Culture of Goblins. Ooh, so many goodies. He had so many goodies. Any other goodies? No. Okay. Cool. Wait a second. So what did we pick up? Demand for payment, the culture of goblins. The one might assume that such primitive beings as goblins are incapable of forming a culture in the full sense of the word. This is merely a superficial impression. When thinking of goblins, we often picture a chaotic savage horde. In truth, goblins display a natural tendency to organize into tribes and small territorial communities, closely tied to their habitat. Within each such group, a clearly defined hierarchy can be often observed. Okay, strength of an individual, blah blah blah. Okay, you guys can read this. It's flavor text, it's nice. But it does enhance the word building, so good stuff. So Horatio. My dear Horatio, how's it going?
Co słychać?
Jako uczony, który kształcił się na Królewskiej Akademii, jestem bardzo zajęty.
Jak to się stało, że tak wykształcony alchemik trafił na Samoę?
Do Akademii dostarczono próbki skał z tej wyspy. Osobiście je przebadałem i dokonałem zdumiewającego odkrycia. Zawierały w sobie śladowe ilości minerału, jakiego jeszcze nikt nie widział, jaki nie został jeszcze opisany w żadnej z ksiąg. Nie nadałem mu jeszcze nazwy. W zasadzie nie poznałem nawet wszystkich jego właściwości. Musiałbym mieć go więcej. Ale pierwsze eksperymenty dały bardzo obiecujące rezultaty. Nie zastanawiając się długo, sprowadziłem się na Samoę. Dla mojego przedsięwzięcia wszystkie szczegóły są ważne. Również dogłębna wiedza o środowisku, w którym dokonano odkrycia.
Czym się tu zajmujesz?
Uwierz mi na słowo, nie zrozumiałbyś zbyt wiele z moich eksperymentów, nawet gdybym opowiadał ci o nich całymi dniami. Musiałbyś posiadać przynajmniej podstawową wiedzę z kilku różnych dziedzin nauki. Gdy nie prowadzę badań, zajmuję się ważeniem mikstur, a także rysowaniem map. To ja stworzyłem nową, dokładną mapę Samoi.
Rzeczywiście, bardzo dobra robota. Potrzebuję specjalnego trunku.
Och, czyżby?
Tak, wieczorem mam zamiar porządnie schlać się z kolegami.
To ty masz jakichś kolegów? Podobno inni myśliwi za tobą nie przepadają.
Nie twoja sprawa. To jak będzie?
Co to dokładnie ma być?
Żądłówka.
Naprawdę mocno chcecie zaszaleć. Ale zgoda. Przyrządzę ten trunek, gdy przyniesiesz mi 5 żądeł i 100 denarów.
100 denari?
Pokaż mi.
Proszę.
Highway robbery. Elixir of dexterity, life, strength. Jesus, this guy is an asshole. Okay, map of Samoa with markers. I really need to learn how to pick pockets. I want to grab this guy's map. Okay, so what are we? Ooh, more stuff we can steal. Of Shrewd Medan and the Black Dragon. That's a lot of jewelry in one place.
Bez właściwego klucza nigdy tego nie otworzę.
Santiago's chest, huh? What did we pick up? 2 books. In days long past, they say wild folk weren't the only ones in Alea. Monsters of all kinds roamed the land. The foulest of them, no doubt, were the dragons. These beasts, as all men know, were fearsome beyond reason. Yet by good fortune, not one vile worm remains today. Lend thine ear to a tale of old, of Meldan the shepherd, whom cruel fate led to meet a worm as dark as night. It was long ago, in time so distant, none yet spoke of Elea's kings, nor dreamed they would ever be. As was his custom each year, Meldan led his flock to the highlands, where the grasses grew tall and lush. Now Meldan, he was a man who loved to eat well and had a special fondness for eggs. Thus he oft strolled into the nearby woods seeking bird nests. One day he found a most peculiar egg, black as coal, larger than his own head, and hard as stone. He brought it back to his hut. Not without struggle, but breaking the egg and turning it into something worth eating proved an even harder task. Part 2. One morn, as Meldon herded sheep, a roar broke the sky and a black beast fell on the meadow. The worm raised its head, bared its fearsome fangs, and seeing the terrified shepherd spoke. I know, mortal, you have taken one of my eggs. Return it, and your village shall be spared. And once its threats were made, the beast snatched 2 of Meldon's sheep and flew off into the skies, vanishing as swiftly as it had come. Meldon grew grim with worry, for the worm had demanded the impossible. The egg could simply not be returned. So he returned home and began to ponder how he might save the village and appease the beast. When at last he had an idea, he clapped his hands, so clever was the plan to sew back black wool around a sack of earth and tie it up in the shape of an egg. But when, a week later, the worm returned and reached in joy to lift the sack, its claws tore it apart. The ruse undone, it flew into a rage and seized 3 sheep. 1 week, Meldon, the beast roared as it soared into the far-off clouds. 1 week. Okay, this is actually fun. That's a very good book. Where's part 3? I want to see how it ends. I want to find out how it ends. Okay, so let's see, what do we have here? More, okay. Can I assume that people are gonna get pissed if they catch me stealing? So we need what? Bloodfly stingers? Okay. I think we got everything. So we did. So who's this guy? Angor and Emnilda. Yeah, I think we're gonna circle back to these guys very soon, because right now... Hello, Ulsa. Hello, muscle mommy. Come on, look at those hands. Look at that body. Look at that armor. She's actually really cute, too. Morris, it's official. Our main character is a freaking idiot. Okay, so I'm gonna see you guys in the next episode as we finish up the harbor, and then we'll go to the lumber camp, which, by the way, it's in the west, so it's the southwest of the city, sort of in that direction. Oh yeah, it does actually say that this is the island of Samoa. Cool. So thank you guys, gonna see you next time, and as always, remember, the most important story in the world is your own. Cheers, until next we meet, here's Gina.
Hello, adventurer! Please like and subscribe. You can also share the video. Hello? Where are you going? Why are you running? You can support us on Buy Me a Coffee too. Or on Patreon. You can become a free supporter too. Oh, they always do that.
Twojej namiętności, o swoim szczęściu śpiewałam do gwiazd, lecz już nadszedł kres naszej miłości. Któż gwiazdom zaśpiewa, gdy nie ma już nas? Któż gwiazdom zaśpiewa? Biegłam szlakiem swoich snów, lecz los nas rozdzielił, gubiąc cały trud. Tęsknotą tyś swoją sprowadziła znów, chwytając moją dłoń zza śmierci czarnych wrót. Schwyta nasz chwałę